is absolute.
Bullshit. Come on, don't bullshit me. This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Absolute BS podcast, the Hoops Corner section. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for subscribing, liking. Thank you all for taking up time. And we're going to talk basketball. We are motivated. It's exciting. The NBA is officially back. Now, with that, I want to celebrate that with my co host, my friend, the one, the only, the blunted one. Dude, how's it going? How you doing?
Does that look better than Russ?
Oh
Nah,
no,
just
you did
play.
not win there. You didn't. See, now the segment is tainted. Now we can't now we can't be
Oh
positive, that's for
man,
sure.
dude, what is up? I appreciate you for having me on. I know I'm the co-host, but I always got to say, give you my props, my guy. Again, everybody, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. It's good to be back, man. It's been some time since we've actually talked some hoops here in the Hoops Corner. It, dude, I'm ready, bro. I'm pumped. I got my Lakers gear on, man. Like Monday, 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 Monday. I don't want to emphasize again. Monday.
Yeah, I am
Man, dude, what
pumped.
is
I'm
up, bro?
pumped.
It's been a while, man. I'm
It's
pumped.
been
What
it's
about you,
been a
man?
minute. It's been a minute. So for those who have not, like, I think it's been 5, 6, I don't know how many days since I've posted something. And just for reference, we are both dads. We are both busy, and especially like this is not we do this for fun. We don't do this for the money, for the clicks, or for whatever you want to say. We just do it to have fun, but we have actually jobs to take care. We got family to take care, and sometimes, like last week, was pretty hard to kind of do everything. So yeah, but I had some time today, and I'm like, you know, Alan, let's do some ABS stuff. So yeah, we are back. And yeah, man, I'm good. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm genuinely I am excited about the NBA being back because, unfortunately, for those who don't know, I'm not. The first game I saw of the NBA of the NFL from start to finish, unfortunately, was the Dolphins versus the Bengals, and that was a horrible experience. I'm
Oh
being honest. It
man,
was
dude.
very entertaining, but I did not know the context, and I would just give this moment a shout out to Tua. If I'm mispronouncing him, but that was, oh my god, that took the. At
You
first
watched that game, huh?
I watched it. I'm like, well, there's nothing to watch. Like, there's nothing to do. I'm working. I need something to watch. So I'm actually watching that. I'm like, what did I just see? And
Yeah.
when I saw the fingers, I'm like, oh no. Was it a broken finger? And it didn't occur to me it was something way worse. So I'm like,
Way
oh
worse.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
man.
I don't want to turn this into that, but
Yeah.
I
No,
just
I
wanted
watched
to,
that game too. You know what's crazy is I watched the game on Monday too,
yeah.
where he had I guess it looked like he had a concussion in that game too. So
And I did not see
yeah,
that
shout
game,
out
and
to
I did
Tua,
not know
man.
about that. Yeah,
I haven't followed up on his health, and but it looks like he's okay as of right now.
yeah,
I've asked around and I haven't got an answer back. I don't have sources. I mean, like I've asked around my friends that watch football, guys.
yeah.
But I've asked around
We're not
and
sourced.
yeah, no,
We're
I've
just two
asked
dads
around
with
Twitter. I've
NFL
asked
Zone.
NFL
So
Twitter land. Yeah, I asked around in NFL Twitter land, and I haven't got any I haven't got any feedback what happened to Tua or what's like if he's okay. But from what I've read and what I've saw, he's okay. So I mean, yeah, that
yeah,
game was brutal. I actually wasn't watching at the time, so I didn't know exactly what happened. So I actually caught the replays for the many replays. I actually had to go back and like kind of rewind. It's gonna sound weird, but I had to go back and rewind
Yeah.
maybe like a couple of minutes before the actual play because the replays don't like show the real physical force of him getting turned back like full speed. And when you watch it full speed from the replays, it's completely different. So yeah, dude, he got
And it happens
yeah,
fast.
and it's so quick too. Like yeah,
I thought it was just a normal sack, and I'm like, okay, just
no,
a normal
he
sack. But
yeah,
the way that it
yeah,
happened, the way that he hit himself, and I don't want to regurgitate this. Has probably been spoken too much,
yeah,
and this is
yeah, it
more
was
of the
yeah,
hoops. But I just want to, prayers to him. Hopefully, like a sport is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be that, like life is precious. So I'm and for an F1 fanatic, I know athletes take the risk, but yeah,
yeah.
that's going a little bit overboard. So anyway,
We
changing the
digress.
subject,
We digress. We
we
digress.
digress, but now you see our state of mind. So we were
Yeah,
bored, we were thirsty, and now we have NBA. The NBA started with the preseason in Japan with Warriors and Wizards. And I'll be honest, I was like, why the Wizards? But that was a good, interesting game. I did not catch the entirety of it because it was around what, like 4 a.m. or
yeah. It
something
was like
like
at
that
4 a.m. our time,
in,
something like that.
in
Yeah.
our time. Like that was insane. But I watched some clips and highlights, and I have a soft spot for Kuzma. Like just seeing him make that dunk and just do some good things in the offensive end. Again, it's a preseason game, so don't take what you saw on the floor good. But the Warriors look nasty in terms of they're deep. Like Weissman looked good, Kaminga looked good, Moses Moody looked good. Like I'm actually really pumped to see that team. Now putting the purple and gold back, and and putting my Lakers hat.
What are
That
you doing? This
that
is the no, I'm just playing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the hoops corner. We could
I'm
talk
like,
about all basketball. No, I'm just
where's
playing.
where's the Warriors Kool Aid?
Right?
I
Where's the
don't.
Warriors Kool Aid? No, let's take it Lakers. Let's talk some Lakers.
Yeah, so Lakers, we have a lot of news. So today, when at the recording of this, we actually had a report come out. It was actually Yohan Buha from the Athletic, and he basically had an interesting part here where it basically said in the article, it said that the rotations are becoming more apparent. And for the Lakers, this is interesting because just for context, Dennis is not there yet. He's still under, you know, under visa or whatever situation. So if we look at this, it's LeBron.
I think he should be back in a few days. On
Exactly. Yeah.
his IG, he said he'll be back. He
Well,
commented
hopefully,
on somebody on his IG that he'll be back in a few days.
I
So
would love to see him back, but looking at this roster, and we'll probably dig into this later, but it's interesting to say the least. But we got LeBron, Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, which was actually a surprise for many. Damian Jones, Cole Swider, Wenyan Gabriel,
who isn't
Matt
talked
Ryan,
about a lot either.
yeah, and Javante McCoy. So for those out there, I have not seen or heard of Wenyan Gabriel. Like that's one of the like I've only saw what he had to say in media day. And that's it. Like that's it. No, I did not see any highlights. I'm curious, and yeah. So that was the purple team, which is interesting. But then the other side, which was the white team, had Patrick Beverly, Austin Reeves, Thomas Bryant, Juan Toscano Anderson, Max Christie, SPJ, Jay Huff, and Dwayne Bacon. Now, for those out there, AD. So eight. So what was it? AD, Trey Brown, and um, Walker, Lonnie Walker, were not available for the media practice portion. So that being the case, it's still it's still interesting. What do you think about that lineup, man?
What, the LeBron James Russell Westbrook one?
Yeah, the LeBron James, Westbrook, and so it's basically Kendrick Nunn and Damian Jones being the two additions to Westbrook, um, James, and
So LeBron
AD.
James, AD, Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, and Damian
Yeah,
Jones. What do I think about that lineup?
yeah, because that's
Man,
the
dude,
most.
that's the
Yeah.
most talked about. That's the most apparent. So, you know what? I like it. Their spacing. The interesting is Kendrick Nunn. So like he's been kind of question marks, right? We don't know if he's
Yeah.
healthy. What happened to him? He hit the coffee table, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, he's healthy, so a healthy Kendrick
Yeah.
Nunn is probably the best. He's kind of a combo guard, so he is a point guard as well. So he's is our best guard. We'll say guard that we have right now, especially for getting Kendrick Nunn from Miami. Like we're getting the 15. What did he average? Like 15, like 6 and 3 or
Um,
something like that, right?
something like that. Yeah, you
So I
can say
mean,
that. Yeah.
which is and like he's quick. He's a great off ball shooter. He can create space. He can create his own shot.
Yep.
So that right there pairing with Russ gives room. Like it makes room. It gives room. Gives LeBron like even gives LeBron space to like if they're either of these guys are being aggressive and crashing the paint and slashing to the paint or driving in, whatever. Like if they're driving in, people are going to gravitate. And if Kendrick Nunn, he'll be open and
Yeah.
he can knock down that shot definitely. Um, Now the interesting part is Damian Jones, and it's been reported in this actual report that he might be looking like a stretch five. So if DJ Damian Jones, if he can space the floor and be a stretch five,
Yeah.
then I think there's an unlocked potential for this team like that. Like even me and you were skeptical about.
I was. Yeah. I was
Think
interested.
think think about that for a second. Like I know we've been
Yeah.
kind of pessimistic and banking on a lot of potentials because that's really what it is about this team is a lot of potentials and like
Yeah.
people that are not really or excuse me players that are not really I don't want to say what's the word players that are not I just had a brain fart for some reason. Anyways, players that are not proven. There you go. Players that are not proven that
Yeah.
are coming off like, we can say like they're not playing, they're playing garbage time. So they're the third unit off the bench. Specifically not like JTA or like even but like the other guys, like Lonnie maybe not, he was a bench unit. But these guys aren't proven yet. So there's like these guys have the mechanics to do stuff and they're potentially can be really good
Yeah.
and it just I don't know, man. But if we can
Y-
unlock that potential, we might be a good
Yeah.
team. We might be a good squad. Like I
Of
get where
course.
other
Yeah.
people are coming from. I've heard you. I've heard you. Trust me, I've heard you.
And for those who don't know, I've been. People can say hard, pessimistic, negative, all that, and it's just, and I'll say this: I am excited for NBA to start back. Like I said before, I don't have that many sports, and the few sports that I have is basically F1 and NBA. And right now, the F1 stuff is dying down. Like the season's almost done, so I am super excited to watch Lakers basketball. However, it's just the off season kind of left a sour note, and I think we are all hyping a lot of these videos and
Oh yeah, for sure.
a lot of
Definitely.
the scrimmage, the training camps, the
I've said it.
whatnot. Now, I will say this, and I'll take, and please, everybody, take those things for a grain of salt. I just want to lower people's expectation because sometimes people are so hyped that they're like, "We're gonna win a ship," and I'm like, "Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa, pump the
Whoa.
brakes, pump the brakes." And I, you know, I'm not there yet. But at the same time, I can see how this team is going to be way more energetic, way more athletic, very athletic. That's probably one of the defining features, and a very defensive oriented team. I think they're gonna do great. But you
I
know
do like
what?
that lineup though. Like
I do
Pat
like that lineup. I'm not gonna lie. Like Kendrick Nunn was never in my mind because I always thought, is he
Neither was he in
ready?
mine.
Was he ready? Was he good? Was he healthy? Like I always had it like in the back of my mind. Like for those context, we have 6 guards, people. Like like we have 6 guards. So I was trying to make sense of this rotation and this lineup, just taking Kendrick Nunn out of it, just assuming he was unhealthy or something like that. But I am so excited that he is healthy because it creates a problem that's really good to have. You know, you have another healthy player. You have Dennis Schroeder, who's coming out of the Eurobasket playing his lights out, which at a high level. You have Pat Beverly, which honestly he is a lockdown defender for what he for his 6'1" size. He does defend higher and taller than 6'1" for spot minutes, and then we have the first ballot Hall of Famer, you know, the stat padding player of Westbrook.
Raphael.
I'm joking. Nah, and for all credit, I saw a lot of Westbrook screens. I saw a lot of Westbrook playing into the system, which I actually love to see that. Again, this is scrimmage. But yeah, I liked it. But you know what, Alan? And for those who are here, we have actually some guests. We actually have some people, and I like to know their point of view of this lineup. So please, guys, welcome Colin. And from Colin is probably from California. You know,
What up,
he has that
guys?
vibe.
He's
What's
from
up?
LA.
Yeah, he's probably from LA,
Whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
then
Costa Mesa, not quite
Oh,
LA.
Costa
We're
Mesa.
not much-
Costa Mesa, guys.
We're chiller than LA. We're chiller than LA.
okay. Good to know. Good to know. And then we have from the down under,
All the way
Josh
from Australia.
from Australia.
Where
We
it's
are
daytime.
international people. We are
We
international.
are international, guys. We
Yeah,
have touched the
sitting here.
international seas and the international waters.
Sitting here
So-
in the future in Australia.
Oh,
Alex
okay. Has
Teachers, what up,
Russell
bro?
Westbrook got traded yet?
Nah.
That's gonna
Okay,
get
dude.
tiring very.
Yeah, he's probably tired of that joke.
Nah, it's fine.
It's hot. Well, hey, so how are you guys doing? Going in order? Colin, tell me, like, how do you feel about the Lakers? What do you think about the roster? I don't know if you were hearing us, but there's the roster of Damian Jones, AD, LeBron, Kendrick Nunn, and Westbrook. Like, how do you feel about that lineup? Any thoughts, and just how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. If you guys hear me randomly look up and yell at the TV, I'm watching my USC Trojans, who are in a much tighter game than was expected right now. But other than that, doing great. To answer your question, I'm very excited to see Lakers basketball. Very excited to see what that roster looks like. That particular lineup that you mentioned, which it looks like will probably be the starting lineup for Monday at least.
Potential,
Yeah, exactly. It's not even guaranteed for that. Yeah, interested to see what it looks like. The thing that excites me is Russ and Kendrick Nunn playing together, and then on the first team, and then presumably once Schroeder's back, Schroeder and Austin Reeves playing together on the second team. I think that's just a good. Oh, I'm sorry. Schroeder and Pat Bev playing together on the second team. Excuse me. And I think those are good combos. I think everyone was worried, is Cam going to play Russ with Pat Bev, which I'm sure there may be certain situations where they're on the floor at the same time, but it doesn't sound like they're going to be in like lineups together, like set lineups. So yeah, man, I'm pumped. Obviously I think there's still a chance a move could be made. I think I've been pretty vocal about it all along. I want to wait and see what we have at this point. Turner and Hield's value is only going to go down from here. It looks like Russ might be buying in. It seems like Ham's got this team in a totally different attitude, especially with Pat Bev as well. So let's see what we have. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, then let's make a move. But let's not make a trade just to make a trade, and let's not make the wrong trade. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Bro, Colin, you need to teach me your skills, bro. Like you're doing
Wow.
all that watching the USC game.
Multitasking
You're doing all
is
that
elite.
multitasking, bro. Like you were
They're
literally watching the
driving
USC
too.
game.
They're driving right now. You guys saw me
Elite.
looking up.
Shit, man. Hey, so the day gets even better, man. We actually have another guest that's coming in. Like,
Another special guest,
hell
really.
yeah,
Yeah.
another special guest, dude. I love it. Hey, let's bring up our man KB Brown. What up, man? What's
going
good,
on?
man?
KB, what up?
KB, what's
How you
up,
guys-
brother?
What's happening,
Good,
brother?
good.
Man,
How's it going, man?
nothing much, man. I see you guys talking that Laker basketball, so I had to
Oh
jump.
yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
know
You
it.
know us.
Yeah. You
We're
know
always about
how
that
it is.
hoops. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll give him that for sure.
Yeah. So we basically, and I don't know if you were hearing, but basically we were discussing kind of like the lineup of and I'll repeat it because it's probably gonna happen.
potential
It's
lineup.
gonna be Westbrook, Kanan, LeBron, AD, and Jones. So yeah, odd Josh, if you give me a second, I'll be with you. Let's take
Nah, you good, bro.
let's take KB's Browns take. I mean, what do you think about that rotation, that starting lineup, and what's your feelings, man? Like what? So what's on your mind?
Well, let's go ahead and go. Let's break it down. So with that lineup, I kind of see where they're coming from, but I do believe since it's preseason, they're going to keep on, tinkering and seeing what they're doing with that. So
Yeah.
do I think that's the final roster? No. Do I think Patrick Bev would have to be in the final roster set? Yes, for the two guard. The reason why is because he sets that tone. I mean, anybody can, watching Pat Bev through all the years he's played basketball, he sets the defensive tone. He just is that person that sets it.
Yeah.
And I think on our team, that's what we need, that defensive juggernaut, unless we're all going to put all our balls, in one basket or eggs in one basket with Russ, him setting the tone on defense. It's kind of hard to tell if he's going to do that or not.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately it will be just two positions switched. So it would be Russ, Bev, LeBron, AD, and then Bryant. The reason why with Bryant is because he can shoot and stretch the floor. I kind of see why people kind of go with Jones because he's more of the younger side. He hasn't been injured, and Bryant's starting to work his way back, so it kind of works itself out. I see Allan's hand up, but all I'm saying is the reason why I kind of see Bryant with that because he can stretch the floor, but you can also argue the way with Jones starting because I can't say is he younger? I don't think he might be younger, and he can jump a little bit higher than Brian can at the time. So I kind of see that going. So I actually like what Colin was
Andy's
saying.
played with Westbrook before.
What's up?
Andy's played with Westbrook before, Brian.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, I kind of see that. I mean, it can be argued either way. Do I think it? But the ultimate thing I'm going to say is I don't think it's the final roster set because I think they're going to go through all 6 preseason games to see what works best. But I am excited, honestly, to see what our rookies do this preseason from the bench.
Awesome. Great points. Great. Yeah, I think everybody can agree. We are all excited. We are all excited about Lakers basketball. And for all those that follow me on Twitter, I am a bit down on them, but doesn't mean I can't be excited. So just saying.
Just a bit.
Just
I thought you
a
were,
bit.
I thought
Just
you were
a bit. Tony's like,
there.
That line.
Just a
Yeah, I don't drink the Kool-Aid too fast. I kind of have it.
No,
still in the
dude, it's
freezer.
Zulu.
he got that he still got that motherfucker in the freezer. That's what he got. He hasn't drank the Kool-Aid. I've only took a sip. That's
Yeah,
I'll say that.
There's a bunch of us that have like a jug of the Kool-Aid, and
Yeah.
then like Tony's got like a little
Allan, you were
espresso
talking
cup.
pretty loud last night. That was more than a sip last night.
Wait, last night I was not.
Was Colin part of the chat that we're doing with the New York Knicks and the Nets jumping in like our spaces?
Yeah, I was in and out of that one.
Oh
Was
my-
that last night?
that was-
Yeah,
No, wait. Last night I was just being optimistic.
I was in.
The Knicks one was the night before.
Not to
I mean,
go
we
off,
can all be optimistic.
not to go off topic, but no, Allan and I were in a space. It was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was
Okay.
yesterday.
It was Sean's.
where he and it was Sean's. Where
Yeah,
he
but I was being sarcastic.
Go.
Oh,
You can hear it
that-
in my voice. I don't do it. Like I was not being completely sarcastic, but Sean likes to have a positive more like a positive space.
Mhm.
So I just started
Yeah,
being
like
funny and being
Oh,
positive.
taking
Yeah,
it back. All right, all right,
I'm
all
not
right.
taking it back. Hey, dude, like
I'm just messing with
I've
you.
said it to everyone. Like
yeah.
I have a lot of concern.
Hey,
All right, let's let
I have a
Josh.
lot of concerns about our
Let's
roster,
let
man.
Josh
But
get in.
we'll get into it. So I want Josh. I
All
want to
right,
hear
yeah,
Josh, man,
let's
about this roster. Like what he
I'm right.
thinks about this
Uh,
potential lineup.
Yeah.
well, I'm with KB on this one. I think that we're gonna have Pat Bev starting for sure. I think that the just the fact that they used him as the promotional material for the new jerseys and things like that.
Right.
They've been his star acquisition of the. I mean, we've seen more Pat Bev stuff than we have Lonnie Walker, and they spent their entire taxpayer mid level on Lonnie Walker. So Pat Bev is he's got to be starting. Just the atmosphere and the excitement that he's going to bring to the court, and I think genuinely the fans of the Lakers are very very keen to see him on the court. I don't think he's really going to be running the second unit or going to be a sixth man. I think they really want him on the starting. And I think the spot that he'll take on that lineup is probably the K Nunn spot. I don't think K Nunn will start. I think he will need to work his way back into starting. I think they're putting him in the starting lineup at the moment when they're doing these scrimmages and things like that to just get K Nunn back into it. Because if you just all of a sudden dump him into the second team and dump him into that bench team, it hits a player psychologically. Whereas if you're coming back from a year off and we're going to run you with the best of the best, we're going to put you in this starting lineup in the scrimmages. It helps bring someone way back a lot quicker from being in the bottom end. In saying that though, too, I think K9 is going to be that diamond in the rough that people are going to sleep on a lot this year. If he's as healthy, my wife's a nurse, and we were talking about bone bruises last night, and I said to her, I said, "How long does a bone bruise really take to heal?" And she's like, "Well, it depends where it is and how severe it is and things like that." And I mean, an NBA player uses their knees a lot, and if his bone bruise was in the knee, then hey, who knows? It could have been as bad as they say before we start putting tinfoil hats on and saying that it was something else. It was something else, but. I think K Nunn's going to be a sleeper this year. I think he's going to come out. He's just going to come out firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be really good. I'm really, really excited for this team. I'm really excited for the potential that we have. I do still think we're a couple of pieces away from being a genuine contender. I think we're a couple of pieces away from being a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed. I think we're going to be a 5, 6, 7. I don't think we're going to be an 8 or a play-in, which is essentially the same thing. But I think we're going to be up there. I think we're a couple of pieces away, and I do play good or don't play good. I do think we're going to move Russ before trade deadline purely because we're not going to get nothing for him. So that's where I'm at with that. I think we do need a couple of pieces. Unless something randomly comes out of nowhere, it's probably going to be a Pacers deal where we end up with either just Buddy Hield or Buddy Hield and Miles Turner for like 1 pick or even maybe no picks. Who knows, depending on how their season goes compared to ours. But I do really think that we're not just going to dump Russ for nothing. And I don't think we're going to run to the end of the season with him because even if he is playing lights out basketball, we're not extending him. There's no way that they're going to extend it. I think, honestly, even if we won a championship, they wouldn't offer an extension to Russell Westbrook. So they're going to move him. And they're going to move him for pieces. And I tip my hat to Rob because he's had the entire Lakers nation telling him to get rid of both those picks for the entire offseason. He's held strong. And now we're all sitting back going, oh, wow, we're going into the season with our 2 picks and we're feeling pretty good about the team. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. I mean, I've been talking about this team for the past 3 months or more that we've had an offseason. I'm just happy to have basketball back. Basketball just happens to be coming back in pretty well the exact same week that my daughter's due to be born. So I'll be off on paternity leave with some games to watch. So I won't have to be at work. So I managed to get home just in time from the baby shower to jump on this podcast. So yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse, man.
Hell yeah, bro! Congratulations, bro. Hey,
thank you, fellas. Appreciate it.
When October what?
So my wife is due. She's due to be induced on the 27th of October. But
27th?
27th. But we're pretty sure that my daughter will come a bit earlier. So
Wow.
Hell yeah, bro. And this, you know what's funny? That dude, that's awesome, bro. I remember when I had my kid, and it was literally a blessing in disguise for me, man. Like honestly, like I don't know what I'd be doing without my kid. So
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I can understand your excitement for sure.
For
First
sure,
kid, yeah.
man.
First one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first one.
Anybody other than KB, you got any kids?
No kids yet. What's it called? I have to get first with the proposal, and then then the kids will come along with that.
Ooh.
I got some work to do on my side.
No, you, man. Like that's, if I give you any advice, what's the due date?
27th of October.
So you have
4
25
weeks.
days. 25 days to get sleep.
Yeah.
I don't get sleep now as a Lakers supporter because in Australia everything happens while I am asleep. So I don't
Dude,
get sleep
it's
now
next
anyway.
it's next level. It's next level. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's like
It just
literally
it just means when all you guys have the spaces when I'm usually asleep, I'll be able to have the baby in one arm and I'll be on a space in the other. So
Bro, you know what's crazy, dude? Okay. What's crazy is dude, we've all gotten together from Laker Nation and spaces and group chats, which is cool. This is my first time really out on Twitter and stuff like that, and I didn't know there was there's a huge community, man.
Yeah.
So it's dude, that's
cool.
fucking awesome. This is cool. Appreciate you guys.
One thing that Josh said that I thought was really that I hadn't thought of, and I think he's right about, and I completely agree, is I think they are putting Kendrick Nunn in this starting position for this preseason game or whatever, or even for these first few practices, just to get his confidence back up. That's a really good point. If you bring him back in from the first time not playing in like a year and a half, and he's running with the twos, sitting on the bench, he might, not want to get back into it or be a little bit bummed. But if you're putting him, playing with LeBron and AD, he's like, oh shit, I gotta get my shit together. So that's a really good point. And that actually also makes me take back what I said earlier that I had said, and I was before you hopped on, KB, that I was excited about the guard combos of Russ and K Nunn and then Schroeder and Pat Bev. But I actually am even more excited about what you guys were saying, which would be Russ. It's crazy to say this. Russ and Pat Bev. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then Schroeder and K Nunn coming off the bench, and then you got Reeves hopefully at the 3 in one of those spots or whatever. That's those guys are exciting guys coming off the bench for me. So especially if K Nunn's back to what he was before he got hurt.
Right.
Well, you imagine 3 months ago, man, if any one of us in this pod had turned around and go, hey, imagine if Russ and Pat Bev were on the court together. We'd all get laughed off the screen.
Yeah.
And then now we're seeing it as a possible reality in a couple of weeks.
There was a Twitter post that went a meme that went viral as soon as we signed or as soon as we traded for Pat Bev, and I'm sure you guys saw it. It was that video of that dude putting lobsters in boiling water and like it splashes everywhere and fire goes up, and they're like, oh, this is what Rob Pelinka's doing with Pat Bev and Russ right now.
Yeah.
But hey, I kind of, it looks like they've squashed whatever beef they had, and I think Pat Bev will hold Russ accountable on the court and vice versa. And I hate to say it, but I'm excited about it.
No, same. I mean, just breaking it down like, down to all the way to like just the groundwork of how the Lakers are trying to build their roster and how they're trying to use their guards. I mean, like I said, I don't believe a second for what they're saying. It's a guards league. That's BS. It's not a guards league.
Yeah.
I believe we have a ton of guards to substitute in and out and do rotations. Yes. But I mean, with Schroeder coming into the fold as well when he gets his visa squared away, I think that actually might throw another, monkey wrench into the rotation to like, what can we do? Can we put somebody at shooting guard? Can a point guard play shooting guard possibly? And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they have like Pat Bev running maybe like the point guard-ish role and then having Russ in the shooting guard role. They just have, one's the one, one's the two, but one's doing the better, more of the cutting and driving to the rack. Because I believe that you got to think of Pat Bev's more the better shooter. And then if you have Russ committing to cut, he's going to be dunking on people all day. Well, that's just me thinking about it, though.
If he commits to cutting. But yeah, theoretically, it's a good,
There's so much I've been thinking about if he commits. Because everybody's like, he's willing to do whatever he wants. But it's like, will you do it? You can say it all the time, but when we watch the game, are you doing it?
Well,
Kind
this
of
is
the
a
way
year,
I
and this is the
at
year he
it.
needs
Here,
to.
man. Like honestly, like I know I've given like Russ a lot of shit. I know I've been again more pessimistic. I'm not as pessimistic as this guy over here, right? I think he's to my right over here. Yeah, everyone point over here. He's the one. He's definitely the hardest one on them all. But yeah, dude, he like okay. The ceiling, if the ceiling or not even the ceiling, the floor is set so low for Russ and the team specifically right now.
Yes.
That there's just no way that we cannot be worse than our floor that we are at right now. There's just no way.
Oh.
There's absolutely just no way. It's like it's
Yeah.
literally like nearly physically basketball impossible for us to be worse than last year.
So can
And
I'll
even
push back. I'll
and
push
I know
back
you
on
will.
that.
I know you will.
Yeah.
But even Russ, like if Russ is that terrible this year, and if this is gonna sound so sick. I'm getting a huge Allen Iverson vibe from this motherfucker. Like, yeah, like this motherfucker will not like. I don't know what team next year is like. This sucks to say, but next year, if this guy is ass water, dude, next year or this season, I don't know who's offering him a 15, like even a 15 mil contract.
Oh,
next
dude,
year.
even a 10 mil.
Dude, even 10. Like we can even say what is that? The MLE
The MLE is
or the
around
mid
6 to-
MLE?
Yeah,
Mid
I think Russ
MM,
knows
the mid.
that, too.
So
6 to 10
like
full, yeah.
dude, Russ has to know that. We know that. Everybody even international waters, they know that. Like Russ is on a contract year. The guy needs to perform, and
Well, this whole year's an audition.
Yeah, it's an audition, dude, for his
This
contract.
whole year
next
is an audition for the rest of the league
for
because,
his
like I
contract.
said before,
Yep.
Lakers aren't going to extend him. Even if we win a chip, we won't extend him.
Mhm.
And it really is just an audition for the rest of the league. It's Russ's last chance to say to the rest of the league, yeah, I can still
still
ball,
got
I
it.
can still
Yep.
ball hard. Because if he doesn't, and if he doesn't
I
listen to
could commit to a
coaches and he
role.
doesn't perform, he's gone.
And
So-
that's one
dude.
thing. A thing I like about the Lakers is a lot of like 90% of the roster is in that position where they need to perform or whatever. So
Yep.
we're all on 1-year contracts. That even Pat Bev, he's on a 1-year deal. I'm sure he will perform, but Reeves is on a contract deal. All the bigs are on 1-year deals. JTA's on a 1-year deal. All these guys, Torban Jr. So yeah, I think if they all perform, they're all incentivized, which is what you want.
That's true. I mean, I'm just thinking about it when it comes down to it. I know everybody has 1-year deals, but have we actually thought about how many games LeBron and AD will be missing due to game management or time management or whatever it is?
I think
Well, according to AD, none, because he wants to play all 82
Yeah,
games.
he wants to play 82 games, dude.
Darvin actually, I heard Trevor on Lakers Nation. I forget what the number was, but I think Darvin did throw out a number of how many games he wants, or maybe it was a percentage of how many they want them to play. And I think it might have been like 85% or 80%.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. But Trevor mentioned something about like Darvin had a quote that kind of mentioned
What is Giannis average in minutes? Does anyone know that?
well,
In
I mean,
minutes
he's
is
a
so
prime freak athlete.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still
I know.
nature. So
Well, like if
so
we're
in
talking
the season is 30 to 35 minutes.
yeah, I was about to say
okay, so
Right.
we could see that probably for LeBron and AD, 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
for Giannis.
Maybe that's what the prediction was. Yeah. 35 minutes.
Well, from memory, what Trevor was saying was I think he was quoting what Darvin had said, where he said that he doesn't want them playing playoff minutes
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
get-go. That was
Right,
the
that's
big
what it
quote.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darvin was saying, hey, these guys shouldn't have to be playing playoff minutes in October, November, December.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Even
that was.
January.
And just quickly before, because I know Tony's busting to get pessimistic on all of us.
I know he is. And I've been throwing shots too.
One thing that I constantly keep hearing on Twitter and all that sort of stuff, and I just want to get your guys' opinion just quickly because I don't know if I misheard it, but everyone keeps saying that Rob said that it was a guard league, but from memory, his wording was it was a guard heavy league.
There we go.
And what I understood from him saying it was a guard heavy league was if we're going to be signing players, a lot of them are going to be guards because the majority of free agents were guards, and that's how I heard it from Rob. I just want to. Did you guys hear that same thing or what? Because I keep hearing people say, "Oh, he said it's a guards league," and I'm like, that's not what he said. He said it was a guard heavy league,
Heavy
which
league.
is a totally different
I have
sentence.
to rewatch that. Actually,
I'm gonna have to
because-
rewatch it now too.
Yeah.
Classic, you just one little word like that can totally construe
Yeah.
how everyone thinks.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just get back to me,
that's-
guys, on that one because I'm that's from memory. That was
Look
how
at
I
Tony,
heard it
look at
because
Tony.
when he said guard heavy league, Tony's looking it up right now.
That's
When-
a good catch, Josh.
When I heard him heard guard heavy league, I was like, that's a very
You see
different
Tony's
line.
face, and
Yeah,
I've
totally.
been being pessimistic too, and it's still not enough.
Nah, Tony got to look at every single thing, dude.
Oh no, yeah, no,
No
dude,
stone unturned.
I've been
Tony's
it's
got
part
the
of my
transcript
nature.
up on the screen.
oh yeah, he does.
Nah.
Yeah, I am going to guards.
Dude, me and Tony have late. Like, this is gonna sound weird, but we have late night basketball conversations, like where we're like, yeah, these fucking Tony.
Late night dark gossip sessions where
Oh,
you just go
Lord.
in on
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka.
Yeah.
Just put both their tinfoil hats on and just go for it.
Yeah.
Bro, me and Tony have these conversations. Okay, so like I was asking him about what he was talking about the front. What is it? Front office malpractice.
So yeah, it's this
Which was really interesting to me because go ahead, Tony, explain it. But it's interesting to me, like when you think about it.
Okay, and I am not that negative, but I take here's the thing. Like people say, like I'm emotional to this or something like the source, like emotion or whatnot. I'll be 100% upfront. I take the emotion out of it and see the business of it. So, and when I see the business of it, like I get excited for the Lakers. I just don't show it because I still see the problems. And every time I look at the roster, I'm like, there's problems here. But let me just go with the malpractice thing. Like this is probably the $47 million expiring that we've never seen before. So we've never seen an expiring contract of $47 million. Just walk out of the team with nothing in return. Like any other team that's basically, let's say a Harden, a Kevin Durant, whichever you want, they basically try to, if not try to sign them, re-sign him or get them. This is probably the first time that you can recall or you can see that there's basically a team that's willing to just let him walk. Like let's say even LeBron James, Miami wanted to re-sign him. Cleveland was Cleveland, but you understand what I'm trying to get at. Like those are the situations where you're like, hey, Colin, what's up?
No. I'm gonna let you finish. I just have a rebuttal. No. But keep talking.
Yeah, but
That's his Space's hand.
he's got his face his hand.
Remember, I started it. I started the.
So one of the and one of the premises of malpractice is you do let people walk. You do let players walk. However, you have to have a contingency. And normally next season, when you look at our cap space situation, even if you get rid of every single one of the people there and only leave LeBron James and Anthony Davis, we're still even barely touching 30 million. So even with that, we will be back to square one because let's say if you even want to sign Andrew Wiggins, if you still want to sign whoever it is or whatever, or whoever role player / all-star for less than 30 million a year, that's not possible. That's not realistic. Like they would need to take a massive pay cut. And we wouldn't be able to sign anything, and we wouldn't be able to trade anything. Like we would have our picks, and that's about it. And then we will have to sign role players again, and then it's role players, which would be what 3 role players, and we have still 11 roster spots to fill. So again, I am not trying to be pessimistic. It's just the facts of what the Lakers situation is when we look at the contract situation and when we look at their future in 2023. So it makes sense, and when we say malpractice, that you flip that $47 million and get quality role players to fit your system. You get quality contracts. You split that $47 million into separate contracts. Even the Spurs deal, take the picks away, makes sense because you're literally splitting around to 3 contracts rather than just 2 or 3 players. You know, like rather than just having Russ just go away, then you have quality role players. So that's my only problem. And honestly, I'll take that and put that to the side. I'll take that and put it to whatever. There's a cabinet there. I'll put it in the fourth level, whatever. I'm excited for basketball. I'm excited for it to start. Colin can know that basically F1 is winding down. It's not really as exciting as it is. You know, it's Max Verstappen is the world champion. That's just foregone conclusion. So I don't watch any other sports except those two. So yeah, I am excited about the NBA season. I am ecstatic about it. I just see the problems.
Well,
And
I
right
know
now,
how
Darvin Ham has not really provided anything that I'm like, oh, you're fixing the problem. We still have a logjam. So Colin, rebut.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
my only rebuttal to the malpractice thing, which I think is important to note, is I think that phrase came from the Athletic article about the Pacers and about Miles Turner, and he was saying it would be like malpractice if they let Miles Turner walk without trading and getting anything in
Yes.
advance,
It'd be,
which I totally agree is malpractice. I think it's a very different situation with Russ, and even a different situation than all the players you mentioned, Tony, which you said like James Harden, LeBron, some of these other players. All those players, including Miles Turner, have a ton of value. And so to have them walk and not get anything in return is tough. The only value Russ has is that expiring contract, which, yeah, it's a little bit of value, but we've seen this offseason. They did try and move him. They did try and have these conversations, and no one really wants Russ. It's not like we're trying to trade James Harden or LeBron or even Miles Turner, which a lot of people might want. We're trading an older player with the worst contract in the league, the single worst contract in the league, and who is coming off a shit season. So
Bradley Beal.
it's not as easy said as then done, I think.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's important that we move Russ and don't, if we don't let him walk. I do think we have we've got until the trade deadline to do that. So I don't think we've lost all hope. Like I keep saying, all these teams, the Pacers are going to really come down in value, I think, because they're more incentivized to not let Turner walk, because that's a young player in his prime that they're literally just going to let walk for nothing. So that's my only rebuttal. I totally get the malpractice point. I just think Russ is in a little different situation than most players when you talk about like malpractice and letting players walk.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we lost KB, but who knows if he comes back again.
Was that his dog barking? Maybe he's got to tend to his dog.
oh, there he is.
No.
No, that was me. Sorry. That was me.
Okay.
He
came back.
here he is.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine.
good.
So
What the hell happened?
So I'll give you that. Westbrook is different. I'm not saying that he. I'm not. What I'm associating is the contract. It's basically he is still an all-star. He still has value. Like even with a bad season, like any other team will see the value, and his contract is valuable. And honestly, when you tie that contract with a pick from the Los Angeles Lakers at 2027, even if it's long away, there is value in that too, because if it's unprotected, most likely than not, we're going to be shit. So,
Haven't we tried offering that though? Like around Westbrook and a pick, like we couldn't even get Bojan for that, right?
Well, that's the problem is with Bojan, and look at what Bojan went for. He went for 0 picks. He went for what's this guy like Olenek and somebody from Seinfeld. Like I don't know. Like it's just
Man,
like,
Westcott got traded for some bubblegum.
A box of stale cereal.
you know, like,
Olenek and some Lucky Charms.
That's what I'm saying, for some damn tape and a paper clip, bro. Like, it's, come on.
yeah. So I'll give this to Rob, because I've even caved and said F them picks. Like I've said it many times, and Allan can attest to it, and you can probably see one of my recorded spaces. I've said it, F them picks, because at the end of the day, we are in win now mode, and like right now, when I see this roster, like let's be all real here. Like and let's go to this topic. We got 6 guards, and the great thing is they're all healthy. So
Not lying.
They're all healthy, which is a great problem to have. And I have my doubts who's getting minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like people have this construed notion that you're gonna play those 6 every single guard. I'm like, no, because are you gonna basically tell a guard coming from the bench, here's 10 minutes, shoot more than 30% from the field in 3, and be done? Like a player needs rhythm, needs. Even the Bucks, I was looking at their season before. They do 35 to 40 minutes for Giannis, for Middleton. Like that's the best combination. That's the best association you can make to our situation. But then everybody else, they heavily rely on Holiday. They heavily rely on Covington. They have like those are 20 to 28 minutes per game for them.
Yeah.
And then they don't use 6 guards. They don't use their 5 guards. They use 4 at most.
Right.
So at some point, there's a one man out. Like, and that's fine. I'm not saying that that's a problem. But that's a question.
And I would be out. I think the odd man that would be out from my personal, like, from viewing from it, it's going to be Max Christie. Just being honest, because he's a rook.
Shit. Then we have more than 6 guards.
Yeah.
I thought Max Christie
Wait.
was a 3.
So wait. Time out.
Yeah.
Pat Bev, Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder,
None.
Walker.
Yep. Reeves,
and Christie.
that's 7. Yeah.
But Reeves is considered a wing, according to the Lakers.
So
And
that's-
Pat Bev is being considered as a 3 and D wing as well. So
Okay. So
if you want to look at rotation, then you got to take those 2 out.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my problem. I have a
You
problem
gotta
with
get
Patrick
Reeves out, I
Beverly.
think.
Like what? Like I have a problem with Patrick Beverly if he considered as a 3 and D wing. Like
I literally think that
let's,
was awful.
let's be real. Let's be realistic. Like we're gonna have Pat. Like I know I know Ham is not gonna like. It's definitely matchup basis where he's and what's the word I'm looking for?
Probably
like-
spot minutes.
Like
or,
spot minutes.
Okay.
But
or
we
in
can't-
situations where
or
there's a switch.
like situational or switches, but having Pat on Kawhi Leonard doesn't give me a good vibe.
and for those
Like
who
on
say
a constantly like we're talking like if he comes in as a 3 and he's on him for more than 10 minutes, then that's a problem.
Right. Oh, I was actually going to ask you guys, did you guys watch on YouTube the Swish Cultures Lakers practice clip?
From today?
I've
Uh,
seen
From
a couple
today?
on
It was
Twitter.
from-
Which
I
one are
think-
you referring to?
I think it was from the first practice, maybe.
What was
Swish
the clip of?
culture?
It's called Swish Culture. If you guys go on YouTube and look it up, there's like a little thing on that says Swish Culture, and then it'll say Lakers practice, which Darvin Ham like posts certain clips, and it actually had SPJ on there going against McCoy.
Which one was it? Was it the
There was
one
a dope
day ago?
highlight of Reeves that Shub posted today, doing a little like fake out Euro dribble deal. It was pretty sick.
I couldn't watch the video because I'd only seen clips, so I need to watch the video of that. I missed
Yeah, I've only seen the clips that Shub posted, but I think it's from the video you're talking about.
it. Got it. Because I was.
Yeah,
Is there a full video of today's scrimmage?
I don't know. I have to
No,
look.
there's only
Yeah.
that little bit we got from the media.
Right. I haven't looked for today. I just know in that video that I'm talking about, SVJ literally
Was that the
SVJ
video?
got worked by McCoy. McCoy was killing him.
McCoy had some good. He got hot in one of those summer league games. I remember.
Yeah.
Is McCoy a guard?
Don Davis was
McCoy's
like,
a guard.
"This guy's a bucket."
McCoy's guard.
Oh, you're gonna show it? Oh, we're gonna watch it together.
I'm down.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. Okay.
So the only thing is because of they're using some music that I can't really.
They're not using music.
Oh, we don't need the music either.
There is no music. There is no music.
Basketball.
Pat Bev hitting a free throw. Let's go.
No, that squeaking is copyrighted.
Yeah, there's no.
Oh,
Can
that's
never
it.
be
That's it.
safer.
That's it.
Do you want the music? Do you want the sound or not?
No, you don't need the
No, we
You
don't.
don't
need it.
really need it.
No, so like I said, in this one, you're gonna see SPJ. He cannot. He can't guard McCoy because McCoy's like 6'5". Watch.
Is McCoy a guard?
This
Yeah.
is Lonnie on.
Oh,
who's
this is
that?
Lonnie
On Matt
Walker.
Ryan.
That's Matt Ryan.
Oh, that's Matt Ryan.
Matt
And
Ryan
then
can
watch,
shoot. I've
McCoy's
watched
gonna
a
give
couple.
it to him.
All right, so McCoy, Matt Ryan.
So these are
No.
2 and 2s.
Oh, these are 2 and
Yeah,
2s.
2-on-2.
Lonnie.
Oh, they're battling. They looks like they're battling for spots.
Right. And then
Interesting.
McCoy gets the ball. You'll see. Watch.
He could shoot.
Clip. Got him. That's what I was like. Good. It's crazy.
He could shoot. He could shoot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I watched some of his
Gives
videos.
it to
He could
McCoy.
shoot.
Watch.
Where did McCoy go to college? Does anyone know?
He's a rookie, right? McCoy.
Yeah, I think he went to.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
I want
What
to
was
say
that, KB?
Nevada. I think Nevada.
Oh, that does sound right. That does sound right.
Right.
He's another guard. Like,
See,
I mean, but he's a
McCoy's
tall guard though.
SPJ.
Like,
yeah, he's
look,
a taller guard.
look at the size, man. Like that's
Yeah, look, he's getting them every time, killing them.
He's a bucket.
Yeah,
Give him a
His
starting role. Let's go, baby.
That's the
his
problem
mid range
with
is killer.
SBJ's too short, man. That's the problem.
I mean, he's 6'3". He does.
he's 6'2".
Ooh, that
God.
three, that stroke was kind of nasty, but he nailed it.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny.
SPJ, like
Who's that?
not the tallest, but
Oh, is
he
that
needs
Stint
time in
or
the
what's
league.
his name?
Troy Brown Jr.
No, that's Troy. Okay, so
That's
he
Troy
was.
Brown Jr. right here.
That was
Garrett
yesterday,
who hit
right?
that? Is this
Yeah.
Troy?
Oh, nice little step
Yep.
back.
Ooh,
He's doing more like workouts because he can't do like a full participation.
He didn't look very hurt on that three.
Yeah, he
That's
did
what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah.
I see what people are saying though. Look at his finishing. It's
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of slow.
Well, I mean his back too. The back.
Yeah, he
does-
looks
Back,
like he's.
yeah,
He looks like he's uncomfortable for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
yeah,
he definitely looks like he's working through something.
Yeah,
yeah. Like he doesn't have like you.
Dude,
You see,
he's
he
got
didn't have any
length.
hops.
He'll be
Lonnie
a
Walker, let's
wing
see.
for us when he's
Let's
healthy.
see Lonnie Walker.
100%.
Lonnie Walker right here.
Lonnie Walker.
Now this shooting drill for Lonnie Walker, this
Ooh,
actually
Lonnie.
gives me encouragement. So
Yeah, because it's all catch and shoot.
exactly, that's all we
Yeah.
need him to do. That's it.
Thank
need
you,
him to knock
KB,
it
for
down.
this video. I've only seen clips. I haven't
Yeah.
seen this.
Same.
That's-
Imagine
Yeah,
how
I've only
easy
seen
it
clips
would be
too.
for LeBron to just drive to the lane and then pop out to Lonnie for a corner three, just cherry picking.
Who's that? Who's that other guy right there? Block. Who's that?
Who trying to get the block?
Yeah.
That's one of the assistant help coaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a player. I was like, wait,
Oh
who is
no,
that?
these are more like
Lonnie's
ball
got
boys.
bounce, too.
You watching him like, damn, his defense is rubbish.
I was gonna say, like, who's that guy right there? Who's it, Troy? Troy Brown Jr.?
No, who's this dude getting burned? Yeah, that's an intern who's never played basketball in his life.
But nah, yeah,
He was folding towels at the beginning of the day, and someone said, "Hey, can you just-"
like, dude,
It's
yeah.
coffee for
And then-
everyone in the morning. I don't know.
and then Rob went up to him at the end of the day and went, "Hey, you on Westbrook?"
Exactly. These can be probably,
Wow.
Okay.
That's interesting.
yeah. I mean, just watching Troy Brown do individual work. I mean, he's coming back, so let's ramp up.
How did he play for the Bulls before he got hurt last year? Was he part of,
Dude,
like, when they
when
were
we got
winning?
blown out, Troy Brown hit some clutch threes.
Yeah, so I went to the Bulls Lakers game in LA pretty early on, and the Bulls whooped our ass.
Yep.
I don't remember if he was healthy for that one or not.
I
Long
think Troy
Pro
Brown
had a
was
good
healthy
game.
for the one in Chicago. I thought.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
He's got a nice little step back.
That's what I'm saying. I think he'll be able to hit the corner shots for sure.
Yeah, but
He
if
looks
you see,
he's taller
Oh.
than.
Yeah, the rest is just straight interview. So I mean, if you guys want to watch
Lord
that.
Darvin.
Darvin, let me see.
Yeah.
Straight interviews.
Yeah, it's all the way through. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's leave it there then.
What? So what's that? That's Swish culture, yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna
Swish
watch
culture.
that later.
You guys want
Switch
to follow
culture.
them? They post shit all the time.
Yeah, I got him
hell
on
yeah.
Twitter.
Because I think Darvin Ham has a contract with them, so he always posts shit.
Okay,
Okay, that's good to know.
that's good to
And he's
know.
he's the ball handling coach for the team, so he's going to be posting a lot of individual workouts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh hell
Okay.
yeah! Okay, cool. Hey, I appreciate that.
No,
Maybe
the
I
only
didn't even
person I'm
know.
really iffy about is freaking GTA because his jumper looks so trash.
I haven't even seen any.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, so on Switch, not Swish, I think it's on Swish Cultures. Just type in, what was it? Phil Handy working with JTA on like certain breakdowns or just workouts with JTA. And they'll show Coach Phil Handy working out with them. His jump shot is not Oh my god.
Who's the new assistant coach? It's not that's like the shot whisperer. I know
Is
it's
it
not
Jensen?
Gent.
Chris Jensen?
Yeah, Jen.
Jensen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he can help fix that.
Look, fingers crossed, dude, because it's like a prayer. Like I gotta freaking get on all fours for this fool. Like I'm hoping JTA hits open 3-pointers for real.
Yeah. And I hope his D. I mean, we know his D is going
Oh,
to be.
there it
Oh
is.
yeah,
Here's
I
a
don't think
mythical.
D-
It was on Swiss
more of
Culture
his
too.
shot, man.
Is it? Do you guys see my wait? Let me,
Oh wait, there's one right here. It says there's a highlight right here 9 hours ago.
9 hours ago.
Hold on, let me
He knew.
watch it.
That
Let
might
me
be
watch it. I think it's the new one, but I don't know how much of it it's got. So
We'll
let me see. Please follow Johan. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool.
There's a short here. Skills Explorer. Okay. Do you see any of them? Do you see the one KB?
Which one? The one that he did.
All
with
right, here we go. I got something for you guys. We can watch this.
Okay.
All right.
I was like,
It's like a whole clip. It's like a
Oh,
whole.
I actually know what you're talking about, KB. It was at Phil Handy's camp. It's from like a couple weeks ago.
So
exactly.
You
And
have-
JTA's
can-
like coming around to the elbow, and he's shooting.
Yeah, he tried to
Yeah.
just clank. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So-
That was at Phil Handy's summer camp. Like,
Yeah, he was working on his finishing, but I'm like, okay, cool. What about the shot though? That's
Yeah.
But
all
yeah.
right. What's the? There we go. There we go.
Am I the only person that thinks Jovan Buha is just giving like some false ass statements? Dude.
Well, don't watch the first segment of the show. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And he just says
Hey,
some-
fellas, before we watch this, I got to bounce because I got a few things going on, but it's been good to jump on.
Oh,
I'll
hell
catch you
yeah.
all online and on Twitter.
Appreciate you, man.
And
All
yeah, I'll see you on the next pod.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you,
Hey,
brother.
man.
Be
With-
safe down under.
With that, I'm
See you
going to
guys.
bring up another special guest here. The one, the only optimistic of our group.
Oh, you know it's past his bedtime.
Zulu.
What up, Zulu?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you.
we can hear you. What's going
Oh,
on?
you're
we
going
can
with that no video? Not gonna let us see your face?
Well, I'm trying to. I don't know how to do this. This is my first time trying to.
Hit the camera. It should be a camera right there on the bottom.
Yeah, I pressed it, but I don't know.
It's dark, bro.
You're
It might
good,
be
you're
dark
good.
where you at, yo.
Yeah. Or your
Hold
Hit,
on.
hit that camera button again.
I'm hitting it.
We're not professional. I only
Are
see-
you? Are you?
Did
guys
you
are-
allow?
are-
Did you
are you in a
allow?
dark room?
Are you in a dark room?
You got your
No, I'm in my car.
thumb over
That's
But the
there?
lights,
You have the lights on or off?
they're on.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't. Well, we don't see you.
It's maybe because it's the Pro Max iPhone. Maybe supposed to be probably
No.
like.
No, we would see you.
We would
for
see
sure.
you. You probably
Yeah.
have it like.
He probably just had. I don't know. It's whatever.
Maybe you didn't allow the cam. I don't know. Maybe it's faced the other way.
Yo, play this clip real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this clip. Watch this clip,
Yeah.
Zulu, real
See
quick.
what it's
All
about.
All good. We'll get you. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
So this is a whole clip of pretty much of what today. I don't know if this guy snuck in. I don't know, but this is today.
Who's
That
that
looks
shooting?
That looks like Troy Brown.
Troy.
Troy Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boop.
I don't know if I love that shooting form. That one looked a little better.
Well, no, he's rushing that shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Why. Fuck.
Yeah.
he looked like that's a little bit better.
It almost looks like Russ's shot from last year or something.
Man, don't remind me, Carl. Don't remind me.
This is actually an old clip, but by the way,
This is an old clip.
yeah, I saw this a while back. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is
And
it
this-
said they posted it 9 hours ago. So
Yeah, they posted in 9 hours. Yeah, then it's Kanon, and then
is
yep. And
this
then
from
there's gonna
today?
be-
It's
No.
a couple days ago, I think.
This is a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they show something from today because they're about to show whatever happened today here in a little bit.
It's
Okay.
probably yeah.
Let me skip to it.
There we go. Oh, that's
Oh shit. Was
that's
that a
that's
scrimmage?
new.
That's
new.
from
Yeah.
today, right?
That's
Okay.
from today. That's the part from today.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
Westbrook,
Russ.
Westbrook.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Oh,
this one.
good
These are
job.
the ones that Shub posted these. I
Yeah,
think.
these are
Oh yeah,
yeah.
this handle from Reeves right here. I think is about to be next.
I like the part that Reeves is handling.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody's sneaking in with the camera. I can see that shit.
Yeah. Someone
Then
distant.
LeBron clanks it. Then Pat Bev does his thing
Hmm.
and shoots. Nope.
Nope.
Okay, he misses. Who's
Then
coming? Okay,
This
none.
none.
as long as there's no
Look
coffee
at
table, there you go. Up.
Oh, is
Ooh,
that
Block.
J Huff
J
with
Huff.
a
Up,
block?
yeah, with the block.
Oh, is this no?
SBJ
This is SPJ.
SPJ with the pass.
with a good pass.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Thomas Bryant on the finish.
That was
You
a
just
good.
need like McCoy body, but SPJ's vision.
Russ looks
Fusion.
lost right here.
well,
So
look
this
at
is
No, was it right there?
he about to set the screen right there.
Screen.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Make the shot,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, this is the Reeves. Look at this.
That was
Oh, good.
Russ. He gets
Oh
blocked.
God.
Yeah, then he gets blocked, but it's
He
a
got
sick
that
little.
shit destroyed.
No, it was a little move, nice little move.
And then he
Oh,
blocks this guy, and then I think he scores on the next drive.
But I like to see it I like seeing it like this because I saw it in clips. So this is a pretty good continuation.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
that Wenyan right there? That was Wenyan.
Yeah, he was playing.
That
Oh,
was Wenyan right
TV.
there.
That was that Thomas Bryant?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that is Wenyan right there. 35.
I see
So
him.
he is playing. This looks
So
new.
31 is
I don't know.
Bryant.
Have you seen this? Has anyone seen this?
I think this
30
is.
is Donovan. There's 30 is Damian Jones.
Got you. Okay.
Yep.
12 is
You
not.
seen that?
Cole Swider.
Oh, that's Cole Swider. Yeah.
Oh,
Money.
He got to get
Money.
that last spot.
Money.
man.
Dude, if Cole Swider does not get a fucking roster, I'll be pissed, bro. That's
Agreed.
not
Because we have like 50 days or whatever to like send him up and down before it's final. So
got you. I want to see him with the starter, with the like actual like starters, man. Woo, I'm
That
excited.
is that's in there at shooting guard.
Dude, that shot looks so smooth. Fuck.
It is, but
Hell yeah.
apparently I haven't really watched much film, but apparently he's got like Sean Davis was saying he's got the slowest feet in the league on defense, and he just
Oh
like,
no! So he looked like he moving like with molasses on his feet.
yeah, I haven't seen the film.
It's bad. No, I'm serious. No. Look, even when we watched the summer league game against the Kings, Keegan went baseline. He couldn't even slide to cut off baseline for Keegan going
Yeah.
by. It
Yeah,
was nasty.
Right.
So it's like
His
he
feet.
can't slide, but he can spot up though. I'll give him
yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I brought Zulu in here.
What's up,
He's
Zulu?
the most optimistic out of all of us. Zulu, I want you to take the floor, spit your game,
Make Tony
Let's-
believe.
make Tony believe, cook that chicken, and put some
barbecue.
barbecue sauce on it.
Get him in
and
there.
maybe
Right.
we can see if you can go ahead and make Tony a believer. I've took a little sip of the Kool-Aid. I haven't taken it all yet. I put it back in the
Dude,
freezer
I've been drinking the
until
Kool-Aid. Let me
Monday.
go
Oh
get.
yeah, I'm chugging it. I'm
I'ma go
chugging
get-
I haven't taken it yet. You're the master. You're the Sifu of the Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
Spit your game,
What
bro.
an intro.
Thank you,
Got
man.
the
Thank
Kool-Aid
you.
right here. Kool-Aid right here.
Pour it on your head, baby. Just
What an
take a
intro.
bath in it.
That's it, dude. Just take a big swig.
All right, so yeah, so y'all pretty much know where I stand from pretty much being on all these spaces. Pretty much what I dissected after being, emotional all summer, and like we all have been, we all been emotional because Russ had a bad year last year.
Yeah.
Up until a week and a half ago, once I realized that he probably gonna be on the roster, because everybody's trying to fleece us in trade for those 2 first round picks unprotected, which is crazy, man. I don't understand why the Pacers, yesterday on ESPN still want the 2 unprotected. Like, doesn't make any sense. If we do a deal, hopefully we get a chance to see Russ first before we just ship him out without even seeing what this can be. But yeah, so removing all that stuff from last year, if you look at all of LeBron's other teams from the past, remove all the superstars, you can make the case that we're just as good or better, with the age, talent, athleticism, and upside. Uh, can you say, Henry?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
We're just making
yes,
it more dramatic.
yeah,
Oh snap!
Go, cook.
Um, yeah, my bad, man. I wish y'all can see me too. I don't know if it's the service over here or not, but yeah. So if you look at the other teams, especially with the Lakers team from when Brian came here with Lonzo Ball, Ingram, or the team after the championship team, or the last team um, with Dennis and Andre Drummond and KCP, Keith and Kuz, Marcus Saul, Trez, Cook, um, I think Macklemore. You can see that the talent is not too far fetched. For this team to be in that conversation of contending for a championship. If AD didn't get hurt, that team, you can argue that team probably would have beat Phoenix and then possibly beat the Bucks in the finals because we probably would have had more experience in them. So once I broke down also the Bucks system and how they use their minutes and how they run their. I know because I know you guys are so worried about uh, six guard lineups, or having six guards on the team. The Bucks do the same thing, man. We can Ham learning and coming from that system will be implemented with ours, you know, to where all these guards will play. I feel like we will rotate the team around our guards because our guards are talented. We'll probably have one of the best talented guard lineups in the game, that can guard the perimeter, that can that can play defense at at the whole game. Instead of just in spurts. Like we can keep that up the whole entire game, which is good for Braun because you don't want Braun. That's why they got Russ in the beginning because Braun doesn't want to be that sole playmaker. You know, he wants to be able to have his rest time to where he can just play at that small forward role and then just relax or not do too much so he can have that time to rest to get to the finals or to be healthy in the playoffs. So I don't look at it as a negative thing. I know I know some people are saying that Tony mainly were undersized. With none being 6'2", Pat being 6'1", and who else is 6? Who else is 6'1"?
Dennis.
Just cook.
Dennis.
Keep cooking.
Yeah, but Dennis, he was 6'1", when we was the number one defense when we had 2 years ago. With that Andre Drummond team, he was number one, and then AD got hurt and Braun was hurt, and we were still winning games and keeping us afloat to stay in that seventh, eighth range. You know, um, and he coming over here with already that experience. Plus, Pat, we already know what Pat does. What he did to Kevin Durant for 2 games in the playoffs, holding Kevin Durant, arguably the best scorer in NBA history. Like 6'11", versus 6'1" when he held him to 2 games, the first 2 games from 23 to 21 points, and then that third game, when he woke up and said, "I'm Kevin Durant."
Zulu.
Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
you're
when
good.
maybe
he
You're good.
yeah when he woke up and said, "Look, I'm Kevin Durant." Like once he woke up, then that's when he started cooking.
Beyond him.
30, and they hit that 50-point game, that closeout game. But if Pat can close the distance between 6'11" to 6'1", he can definitely guard, a 6'6" wing. He can hold his own. And he even said in his press conference that he can guard 1 through 5. But obviously, not a five. I'm not putting him on no 5 or no 4. But yeah, I feel confident in him guarding a 3 because that's pretty much what I'm seeing him do is get switched off and hold his own with that experience, his IQ. Because I don't look at height so much because the Warriors is the team that designed the small ball era. I mean, well, Mike D'Antoni with the Suns, you know, with
There we go.
Amari with
Yep.
Amari Stoudemire, you know, at
Yep.
the 5, Sean Marion, you
Mhm.
know,
Steve
so
Nash.
yeah, Steve Nash, Raja Bell, like Boris Diaw, they're the originators from that system, and the Warriors pretty much adopted it, putting Draymond Green at the 5, and that was crazy. That was crazy at that time. I know everybody in the world was like, "What? Draymond Green 6? What? He was 6'6", guarding centers?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely different. Um, so to so to to for people to say that this can't work because they think that Pat and Dennis and Nunn, which Nunn is pretty much from what they're saying in the starting lineup, which I didn't even think that was possible because I thought he was still hurt.
Mhm.
Um, so for him at 6'2", which is not a bad height for a shooting guard, at 6'2", they're saying he can play defense. He's been playing defense. So that means that he's beating out Reeves, at 6'5" at the shooting guard position if he's on the one team. So I'm just more optimistic that this team, from what I've seen and what they've done in previous stints, like with the Spurs, different situations, if they apply it to this current team with the vets, I believe we can really do something special. Especially yes, Allen and Tony. If Russ, y'all biggest concern, y'all biggest question mark, if Russ can buy in, 5 to 10 to 15 minutes a game with Braun when they together. If he can do, the intangibles, the basics, pretty much simplifying the game to where how you saw when he made that layup from the out of bounds where he wasn't thinking, he just reacting and moving, or when he made that screen for none, he's not in his head. I know hopefully he can apply that in game time because I know you don't want to put too much on training camp or practice, but he can. I believe he can do it, man. He has a whole lot of pressure on him, like he never had before. Um, it starts day one, it starts day one to, and each day after that to say like, look, I'm gonna buy in, I'm gonna do it. And if he's number one right now, if Ham got him at the starting point guard, then we gotta give him the opportunity to see if he can prove people like you, Allen, and Tony, KB. I think he has skepticism about him too. Let him prove you wrong before you just write him off. That's why I've been going at Dan, the Lakers fan. I went at Trevor Lane in that tweet. I went at who else? I went off on some other people too. Sean at first, Nudon, other people because uh they wasn't really seeing it after I broke it down. A lot of people are saying like we're just gonna be bad, we're just gonna be trash, that we're not gonna be any good. But then once I break it down, to the details, then it's all okay. It's possible that we can be something. Well, say that then. Say that it's possible. Don't just say, well, this is just all this bad stuff and that this is not going to work. I'm like, no, you're like, give both perspectives because if you just go in there with pitchforks, then you might set us up for failure. We fans, we gotta go in there rooting, for our team, But I know at the end of the day they're gonna have to prove you guys wrong. So that's pretty much my stand on of us making that banner drop number 18. Don't get me wrong though. I do want I will embrace a trade to the Pacers, which I think is possible if they come down on those picks. I would do it for sure, but if it doesn't happen and this is it because they don't want to come down. Man, I'm very high. Lonnie Walker, Malik Monk 2.0, Thomas Bryan, Gabriel, which I mean it's possible that he might even get waived, and Jay Huff might take his spot, or Matt Ryan or Bacon might take his spot. or even Mo. His spot. I don't think his spot is guaranteed, even though his contract is non-guaranteed. But yeah, I don't think it's a for sure. I like Troy, even though Troy is not a shooter from what y'all were seeing. He's not a main 3-point shooter. Yeah, he's a. We got him to play defense. I love JTA. Won a championship. I like our vets pretty much. Yeah, with this collective unit, man, we can do something special. But yeah, thank you, man.
For sure.
For sure, man. We appreciate you. If you can stay on real quick, I'm sure Tony wants to say something. And these other
Yeah.
guys, this is like the live
Yo,
faces.
We're just being
here.
good boys over here.
the live,
No
hey, bro,
interrupting.
I
No
love this,
interrupting.
bro.
no,
Yeah.
go ahead. I mean,
guys, this
yeah,
is a
yeah.
round table, man. Like y'all,
Go ahead, Colin. I got
I
you.
was just gonna say, first of all, Zulu, great intro and start off. Agree with pretty much everything you said. Good breakdown. Very thorough. One thing I'll add though that I think you forgot to mention, and I think a lot of people forgot to mention, and Tony or Allan had on the corner there. What did it say? Height versus willpower. One thing that a lot of people forget all the time about height and who's going to guard these wings and who are our wing defenders. We've also got LeBron and AD too. AD can defend all sorts of wings. Like who's going to defend Kawhi or Paul George? Like AD can probably who's going to defend KD? That's going to be AD. Like he's the best top 3 defender in the NBA when he's healthy.
Right.
So, are we still lacking wings? Yes, 100%. Do we still have too many guards? Yes, but I think people forget that LeBron and AD are very versatile, and they can also guard wings. In addition to potentially Pat Bev, Austin Reeves, JTA, Troy Brown Jr. So I'm looking at it positively too.
Yeah, I think we're probably missing a wing. I think it'll probably make a little bit more sense if we got like another wing. If we added Cole and another wing, which I feel a little bit more better about the team, or y'all still skeptical that the team's not gonna make these jumps.
I'm just waiting to cook. Just let me know.
Yeah, go for it, KB.
Go ahead, KB.
Go for it.
So Zulu just delivered that pasture. You know what I mean? Just that good old cooking. You know what I mean?
Saturday
Going-
service.
Exactly. Just served everything on a platter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it with the bow and give it to the customer so they can enjoy the meal. Going forward with that, Zulu, everything you said was freaking phenomenal. Yes, I will give it to you. I am not afraid to eat crow. I was very, very hard on Russ after that season. Reason why is because I'm a goddamn Laker fan since 01, the three-peat. You know what I mean? Just going forward with that and watching when we're at our highest and coming down to when we were at our lowest. So going through those trials and tribulations with like our ups and downs and the COVID year, us winning the championship, us didn't do it, when AD got hurt because we could have potentially won it again. And this past year just went by. Going through all that and analyzing last season, it's just thinking about, okay, what happened to Russ? Why was he performing badly? And now this season coming up, I was very skeptical, but like I told you in the group chat, I might bitch and moan about what we have now, but once the season starts and everything gets started, training camp, you're going to see a whole new person. The reason why is because I'll give him another chance. It's just I'm always going to harp on the bad stuff because that's what I've seen. So now moving forward with Russ, it's more of the, okay, so this game was a good game. So when he has a bad game, what happened in that game? Why did he make that choice? What happened with that turnover? Why did he miss that shot? Was somebody covering him? Certain intangibles that go into the reason why he performed badly. Was it just not his night? Everybody has an off night. And what the other thing you said, I just wanted to comment on. Like I said, winning is on watch. The reason why I believe so is because, one, Cole can shoot the leather off that damn basketball. That's just one thing. Two, Mo Harkless is about to get bought out. And I do believe if they don't trade Crowder, he's going to get bought out. I'm just saying. This might be a hypothetical for Tony. I'm just saying. And Allan. Colin, even you too. But I'm just saying. Just imagine Crowder and Bev on the same fucking team. Just imagine that shit. The reason why I can imagine it happening and it coming to realization is, one, we cut winning after preseason. and we pick up Crowder. That's fine. Do that. And then also use the 15 rush swap for Cole. Use him in spurts of minutes for jump shots. We don't have to use him for defense. As long as he's sliding over to his right rotation, he'll be fine. And he'll be able to hit shots. And then Patrick Bev will lock up the point guard. That's all we have to look forward to. And with that, I think Crowder, they might have butted heads like him and AD would, but working together on the same team, that's all I got. I'm just saying. This might be hypothetical. I might be in the clouds, but I'm just saying I have a lot of optimism towards the season of what we can do because there's so much stuff we can get done. We can do trades. We cannot do trades. We can save them. Deadline coming up. So I'm just with the optimism going forward. There's a lot of positives out of this season that hasn't even happened yet. So I'm watching every single preseason to see what the intangibles are and what players are working well with the system and who aren't. And who aren't, just go ahead and waive them.
Yeah,
and who are, keep on. Because we don't have to keep winning Gabriel. He's not guaranteed. So that's why I don't really feel bad about letting him go. I get he has the height, but my thing is he showing the effort and is he doing what he's supposed to do? That's it.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's
well said, man.
That's well said. Well said. And Zulu, well said as well. I did dip for a moment, but I was still hearing you. So I do appreciate the take. Like in the end of the day, like I do disagree with basically not all of it, but a portion of it. Probably 85. No,
damn it.
No. I'm joking. No, it's just I have trouble seeing what you're seeing, but at the same time, I kind of understand where you're coming from. At the end of the day, start the preseason. I'll probably be the fan looking at the playbacks or wherever we're gonna see the game. We're probably gonna see it, and we're still gonna enjoy it, and we're still gonna root for him, and we're still gonna scream at the phones or scream at the screens and be like, "Hey, Darvin, get that guy out of there, put this guy in, do this, do that, what you doing?" Like it's still gonna be there. But at the end of the day, I still keep my thoughts from what I had in the beginning of the offseason that if we were going to keep Russ, then I still do not believe in the roster and how it's being constructed to even maximize or keep him. Like it just doesn't make sense. Now there was a comment from Odd Sneaker way before, and Zulu, you probably weren't here, but he basically said that Rob, and I have to look at back, but it makes sense. Like, it's a heavy, it's a guard heavy league or or something like that. That was a wording. There's a wording there that changes.
A heavy guard league.
Yeah, so instead of calling it a guards league, which makes it sound like, oh, he thinks guards are more important than wings.
Yep.
What he said was it's a guard heavy league, meaning that, hey, the larger pool of players out there, it's mostly guards.
Correct.
So that's why we signed so many.
That makes it sound so much better. Guard heavy, not guard league. So
yeah,
correct. And that's important because sometimes things get lost in terms of what they're trying to get at in intent. And I think it's just to the level of transparency because sometimes you see all these wings going around. Again, we were never on the what's it called? On the let's get Otto Porter or like let's get the high end like a PA Tucker. We couldn't afford a PA Tucker. We couldn't afford most of what these these wings were going at. So I understand if this is what it was and this is what it is. Like I will accept that and I will go through the season as a fan. Mm-hmm. But it's just I'm curious to how Darvin Ham is going to make it work. Like I still have my doubts. There's 6 guards. I still haven't seen a lineup from Milwaukee that features 6 guards. So it's just it's there's gonna be somebody out. There's gonna be somebody that's not playing, and that's fine if that happens. But at some point, yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta jump.
Yeah,
appreciate.
It's about that. It's about that time.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
I'll probably see you on Spaces later. I just got to run an errand real quick. But
you're fine.
You guys, always good talking shop. KB, finally good to see your face. Zulu, good to see your face too. And you guys have a good night.
People miss you right now.
Take care. All right, so I mean, we're almost an hour and a half in this, and we can keep on talking. But
Yeah, because we're
just
probably gonna do a space after this. I'm pretty sure.
we're probably
Oh,
gonna do
hey, I'll jump
space.
on the space. I'll definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add and to finish this out because I want to end this podcast in a positive note. We have variability, we have speed, we have athleticism, we have a lot of positive things in this roster. I can point out every deficiency that this roster has, and like Zulu has said before, every other team in the league has a deficiency or a hole. That is facts. There is no such thing as a perfect team.
Right.
So let's see what Darrenham does. Let's see, and also for all those fans who are listening, or all those if you made it for 1 hour and 30, take preseason as a test run. This is not the final
Audition.
roster. This is not the final starting. Like take everything that you see scheme wise, runs, even mistakes from Russ, even mistakes from LeBron, even cues, because there's gonna be turnovers. There's gonna be because this is gonna be their first time playing 48 minutes on Darvin Ham's basketball. So it's going to take time. Be patient. Don't expect to trade anytime soon. And yeah. But anyways, guys, final thoughts. Allan, what do you have to say, man? And let's wrap this up.
You already know what time it is, man.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The BS take of the night. Zulu, give us a bullshit take.
Bullshit take.
I got one after Zulu.
So just so you know, the bullshit take is just anything, everything. Could be the Lakers, could be outside, just anything within the 2022-2023 season.
Mhm.
Any bold take or any BS take. So
yeah, we do this every night when we in.
The bullshit is bold take.
Bolt, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it. It could be a hot take. It doesn't matter.
It could be anything, pretty much.
Yeah, you can say the Bulls are gonna win the 2023
Okay, let's slow down.
Yeah.
Like that's what a BS take is, you know what I'm saying? We are the absolute bullshit podcast.
Yep.
I believe AD will be the front runner for probably top 3 MVP voting this year.
MVP?
You said MVP?
MVP and Bowden, or he might just actually get the award this year. I believe he's gonna.
I
Okay.
hope
AD
that's
for
not
MVP.
BS. Like I hope that's
MVP.
reality.
AD for MVP. Okay. What's up, KB? What you got?
KB, yeah.
The most bullshit take of the from what I've heard, it wasn't even the night. It was a couple nights ago. It's when those people jumped on our freaking spaces. It's the damn Dubs fan who said the damn Nets are gonna be 7th seed. That was the dumbest take I've ever fucking heard. And he bet $100 on it. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Oh, sorry, my bad.
The Nets are
No,
going to be.
fine. You're fine.
No, you're fine. I've been cussing up a storm in here.
Oh, okay. It didn't make any sense, bro. Like, at all.
The Nets are going to be a 7 seed.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you willing to bet $100?
Where you got them at?
6 or 7 in my eyes.
He said 7th, and then the dude said, "Let's bet $100." Like, that's what I said. Saying, I'm not talking about you, man. I'm talking about the other dude. But yeah,
I think they're projected to be like 4th.
That's what I'm saying. 4th, 5th, not 7th.
See, I don't got them top. I think they're falling out. I mean,
you think so?
I think I like Miami. I like the Bucks. I like the Heat. I like Philly.
Who did Miami get?
Miami is only getting a healthy Victor for
they're getting
healthy. I can't. I really can't.
But they haven't replaced their power forward position. So I have them dropping. Then you have the Cavs, which they actually upgraded.
I wonder why they haven't signed Crowder yet.
Oh, because they don't have a matching salary. Like
because he has to trade, right? He has to trade.
Yeah, the only way he can go back to Miami is basically buyout.
Buy him out, and he signs. Yeah.
But then that's a risk
the
too.
Crowder situation, honestly. But we could talk about that another time.
Oh my God, we can go.
We could talk about it in the space.
Yeah. Allan, close it out, and I'll. Well, I mean, I'll close that out with
Get your let's hear your BS take of the night.
Pelicans would be first place in the Western Conference.
Pelican.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a sleeper team.
Ooh, it is. It is.
I kind of went last night, and I think I saw their roster. And I'm like,
Ooh.
huh, healthy Willie Green.
Mm.
I don't know.
All right, guys, buckle up. Ready?
Yes, sir.
I have the Kings making the playoffs.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that's not far off either, man.
That's
The
not far off. That's
Oh.
here's a synopsis just for everybody. We got Warriors, Clippers, Denver, Memphis, what's it called?
Dallas.
Dallas. You could say the Lakers 6. Then it's the Pelicans. Then we have the
Kings.
Minnesota Kings,
Did you even say Phoenix?
Phoenix.
That's what I'm saying. So that when you said you see the Kings making, I'm like, dude, playing barely. But
I said making the play. I said making the
California,
playoffs.
always
I
fuck
can
the
give you
Queens.
the scenario too. I mean, I can give you even a crazy scenario.
What's up?
So
Sons of
here,
Blood.
yeah, this one. I don't know if you probably heard it already before, Tony. So
Yeah.
my scenario for this one is Kings and Phoenix are battling out for the final playoff spot, and I have the Kings winning it.
What?
That's gonna be tough.
That's a fucking That's a
What?
bold BS take, bro.
Are we assuming that Darren Fox finally takes a jump on a leap?
What people are not taking account is the league and everybody experiences injuries.
Yeah.
So that the Suns are vulnerable just as any other team.
Oh
So
Lord, Chris Paul,
they don't
dude.
really have.
It's exactly.
Yeah, they don't have anything for like anyone on that Phoenix team gets injured, bro.
Yeah.
I think might be a wrap, especially if it's like Macau or even Booker.
Just like
Booker got hamstring problems anyways, so
my God, dude.
Chris Paul got shoulder problems.
Dude, it was after Booker's
There's a lot of questions on DeAndre Ayton too, so
yeah.
And not even physically, like emotionally.
Oh my
emotional damage.
Yeah,
emotional damage for freaking Aiden every
that's
time.
a bullshit take, man. So
yeah, no, it works. It works out.
It works, dude. Like you can put that scenario out there that Phoenix doesn't make the playoffs and Sacramento takes it.
That's a very
they
valid
have a decent team, dude. Have you looked at their roster?
Yeah, with Harrison Barnes. Yeah.
If Harrison Barnes plays Harrison Barnes basketball,
they have Sabonis, they have Herder, they have Malik Monk, they have
they got some
DeAndre
Fox,
they have Holmes.
They can literally
Davion
put BI at point guard.
Davion Mitchell, Keegan Murray.
Yeah, dude, like they have a interesting squad.
Dude, the Pelicans, I can get their tall starting lineup. If you put BI at point guard, you put Herb at shooting guard, you put Zion Williamson at small forward, Jackson Hayes at freaking power forward, and Giannis Valanciunas at center. That's the tallest lineup I've seen thus far.
Taller would be the Raptors. If you take out Van Fleet, yeah.
Who else do they have?
Who's their bench? Who would you put?
So they have Scotty, OG. They have Siakam. They have Otto Porter. They have
Otto Porter.
Yeah, and I think they have also Precious.
Got you.
Okay. Yeah, so
it would be interesting game. I want to see that.
Wow. That's a pretty lengthy squad right there,
man.
Again, it's not height; it's willpower. So, all right, guys.
There it is, guys. Bullshit take it tonight, guys. All right, we'll hop on the space. Hey, I appreciate you, KB, Zulu, Mystery Man, the one and only optimistic. Hey, appreciate you for coming on, brother. We're gonna hit you up with the good intro. We'll hit you with the better outro. We'll see you on the space, brothers. Hey, appreciate you guys for coming on. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Also hit the post notification bell. If you like us, shoot us a like. If you don't, hit the unlike button. Comment down below and tell us what we're doing wrong. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I'm sorry I took over, Tony.
No, you're fine. That's the co-host ability. So
Peace.
later. Bye.
Later, man. Thanks for having me.